Hey, what's up guys? Jay Burton here, and today I'm bringing you my Moonkin PvP guide, part 1, for 6.2.3. Technically it's 6.2.4, but that patch didn't even mean anything. It was more stability issues, no class changes, no PvP changes, no PvE changes, just bullcrap. So I'm going to say 6.2.3. Anyways, it's been a while since I had a PvP guide out, because it's getting so close to Legion. I figured it'd be redundant to keep releasing them, but at the same time, we still have a long ways to go till Legion. It's like 4 or 5 months, because we have not even started beta yet. So might as well keep these going. And on a side note, I think I'm going to actually start pushing raiding finally. I'm going to do it on Moonkin. Haven't played Moonkin in a long time, but it's such a fun class. I love it. So I might try to get some rating here at the end. So this will include talents, glyphs, stats, and macros, which the macros will be in the description below. And if you have any questions on my macros or anything about this guide, leave a comment in the section below and I will reply to it. Now, if you're just going to be like a few of the other guys who like to use hate messages and such, they're just going to get deleted. I'm not going to reply to them, they're just going to get deleted. But feel free to do it. It's actually fun deleting them. Okay, so let's get into it now. So we're starting off with talents. In the first tier, Displacer Beast, mandatory. The other two you just cannot take. This is so important to have for getting away. Level 30 tier. You can either go use Sarah's Gift or Cenarian Ward. Cenarian Ward can be purged off, and you have to worry about casting it and paying attention to a 30-second cooldown. But Ysera's Gift, it is a passive, but if you're at 99% health and you have a teammate at 1% health, it will heal you over them. And if you are at full health, it won't heal the weakest teammate first. It'll heal a random teammate. So it's kind of a dumb heal, but it's not bad for passive. In the 45 tier, all three are viable. I normally take Fairy Swarm because it has a nice slow on it. And if you're versing a rogue or whatever, this will really piss them off. Keep spamming this. They have to keep dispelling it. Healers have to worry about dispelling it, which is great because they can't dispel your dots if their dispel's on cooldown from having to dispel this all the time. Really good ability. But Mass Entanglement still has its place versus like Walking Dead, Turbo, TSG, all those double melee comps. This helps with that. And then Typhoon's great too. You can knock out stealthies. You can knock people off bridges. You can interrupt casts. It's a pretty versatile ability, but most of the time I do take Fairy Swarm, but all three are viable in their own way. Level 60 tier, I always go Incarnation. It just goes so well with your Celestial Alignment cooldown. Technically you could go Force of Nature though, if you want that nice instant cast route. This will really help, with pills, getting people off you or your healer, whatever. But I like Incarnation, it's so nice. Okay, so 75 tier. All three are viable. If your team has lots of stuns already, you don't need Mighty Bash. I don't like Mighty Bash for the fact that I have to run to somebody to get the stun off. But it's great if there's a melee on me, I can just smack them off in 5-second stun, boom. Ursul's Vortex, still good, the nice Entangling Roots into Solar Beam into Ursul's Vortex combo, not bad. Great for locking down a healer. And Incapacitating Roar, it's a nice AoE, incapacitate. They're all not bad. This is great for setting up an ICC Cyclone. All three are usable. In the 90 tier. Nature's Vigil and Dream Scenario are the only ones to even think about, but I just prefer Nature's Vigil because when you couple it with your Celestial Alignment and Incarnation and your Starfall, big healing. Absolute big healing for your entire team. Great ability. 1.5 minute cooldown, so it's not that long. Dream Scenarios is great because it's a passive and it's a decent heal. Since we're running Euphoria, where we cycle through the the peaks of lunar and solar, this procs quite a bit, so that one's viable as well. You don't have to worry about a button either, but I still like Nature's Vigil. In the 100 tier, I really just recommend you go Euphoria because we're cycling between the different the alignments a lot quicker. It gets us a little more procs, and an important thing, whenever you get that empowerment from lunar or solar, I can't talk, you reduce the cast time of affected spells by 20%. Meaning, the main thing is Starfire. It's a big cast. This helps bring that down a lot more. Very important. Very, very important. Now, I'm not saying the other two aren't viable, just I recommend you take Euphoria. Okay, let's move on to Glyphs. These Glyphs I pretty much never change. That's what I like about Moonkin. They're really simple, straightsforward. Glyph of Bark Skin, reduced chance for to be crit by 25% when you pop Bark Skin. A great ability. Somebody pops her Incarnation, Wings, their celestial alignment incarnation. So many different big burst abilities. This helps with that. Then we got Glyphs of Cyclone. Mandatory. Absolutely mandatory. You have to be able to get those cyclones off when you need to get them off. If you can't get that cyclone off because you're just a few yards away, which can happen really easily, bad things are going to happen. Those few extra seconds, you will be punished. You need this glyph. And Glyph of Shape Mender, not really all that great of a glyph, but we're always shifting. Getting away from stuff, catching up to people, getting out of slows, whatever. Really important glyph to have then, just because every 5 seconds you can pretty much get 5% of your health. The reason why I use these glyphs is because for Boomkin, there's not that great other glyphs that you could use. Like Imbued Bark, maybe? No. Because no, it's still terrible. There's not that great of glyphs for Boomkin, to be honest. Entangling Roots could be okay, just because with our 2 set piece, every time Entangling Roots breaks from damage or gets dispelled, we get a free stack of either Star Surge or Starfall, so that could be used too, technically. But I pretty much use these 3 glyphs all the time. And there is one minor glyph you really need, and that's Glyph of Untamed Stars. They changed Sunfall, I'm sorry, I have glyphed. They changed Starfall to where it only hits people affected by your dots now, because in MoP, there's people always pulling entire rooms full of like mobs on accident. And so they changed it because just bad things were happening. So now it only hits people affected by your Moonfire or your Sunfire. So this glyph takes that change away. So like in a BG, you'll hit everybody within 40 yards, which is insane damage. In 3s, you want that. You want to hit everybody, all 3 people at once. Unless you have either a hunter or a mage on your team, somebody whose CC can get broke by just being touched. You don't want to break those CCs. So don't take that glyph in those situations. But if you're running with like a warrior, shadow priest, lock, LA shaman, DK, whatever, classes that don't really have these super important don't touch me CCs, run this glyph. I didn't mean to talk so long on that, but it's just important. Okay, so that's talents and glyphs. Now stats, you're pretty much just going to want haste. Haste. The stat priority will be haste, mastery, versatility. I always get people commenting on my videos saying, can I please get the other priorities? They want me to list everything from best stat to worst stat. No, I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter. You just need haste, mastery, and versatility. You want your 4 set piece. That makes it easier for you. 4 set piece, 1 non-set piece. The non-set piece can either be shoulders or chest. Both will work. Shoulders will be like mastery versatility, and chest will be haste versatility. Both are viable. So the other pieces will be the set. So for example, boots, versatility mastery, wrist, haste mastery. It's very easy. Haste, versatility. That's all you need to know. Haste, mastery, versatility. Please feel free to leave comments again asking me to give you the full stat priority. I'm probably not going to reply to it because it doesn't matter. But I love you guys. Okay, so you do want your 4 set piece. Just a quick reminder. Haste enchants on everything, including weapon. The reason why we want haste, I don't know if I talked about that yet. First off, it makes our Starfire, that big cast time. We want that as short as possible. Very important. It also makes our dots tick quicker because we have this shooting stars thing. You have a 5% chance when your most recent Moonfire and Sunfire deals damage over time to trigger shooting stars. It lets us use our Star Surge or our Starfall. Chance is doubled if it crits. So the faster our dots tick, the more of a chance we have of proccing this. Very important. Also, our rejuvenation ticks quicker, our entangling roots and cyclone CCs go off quicker. That's pretty much it. It's very important. Those are very important reasons. So that's why I go haste. Okay, now, so that was talents, glyphs, stats, macros. Macros, as I said, will be in the description below. I just want to briefly talk about Cyclone. That is, if you had to pick one macro to use, I would say it had to be like the Cyclone macro. Really, I would recommend Arena Target 1, 2, or 3 targeting macros for Cyclone, but if you don't want to use that many, action bars and whatever, at least use a focus. At least get a focus Cyclone out there. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Once again, check my description for my other macros. If you did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button. I'm actually going to be pushing rating, I think, now, as a Boomkin. I thought I wasn't going to in WOD, because none of my close friends played in WOD. They're coming back for Legion. So in Legion, I will definitely be PvPing a lot. Once again, in Legion, I will be leveling up every single class and spec and doing guides on all of them. But I will be starting with Druid first. Alright guys, that's all I got. Take care.